to date with your trusted and relevant source in news, sports, traffic, and weather. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ, Milwaukee.
At 7 o'clock, it's 16 degrees in Milwaukee. Saturday's going to be partly to mostly sunny with a high of 32 degrees. And Sunday's going to be mostly cloudy but mild with a chance of rain and snow showers at night with a high of 38 degrees. From the WTMJ Breaking News Center, I'm Sean Brinda. A 25-year-old is in the hospital after a shooting took place a Saturday morning on Milwaukee's west side. The incident happened at around 1:30 a.m. near the corner of St. Paul Avenue and 27th Street. The circumstance as to what led up to the shooting is still under investigation. Milwaukee police are searching for suspects. And Texas health officials are battling the biggest outbreak of measles in over 30 years. The outbreak in West Texas has grown to 90 cases as of Friday, 32 more cases than on Tuesday, and 85 of the cases are unvaccinated or have unknown vaccination status. ABC's Maria Villarreal reports not everybody can get vaccinated.
Daycare centers where some are too young to be vaccinated, on alert for fevers and rashes. And children can't get the second dose to be fully vaccinated until they are 4. Texas requires vaccinations but allows for parental and religious exemptions.
Lead cleanup efforts continue throughout the Milwaukee Public School District. District leadership providing an update on MPS's efforts to abate lead concerns at both Golda Meir and Coggle schools. Interim MPS Chief School Administration Officer Michael Harris says the district plans on testing for lead issues at dozens of other buildings this spring.
We have 26 high schools, so that take that out, and then we have 5 traditional middle schools, so that would be grades 6 through 8. So those other schools would be either K-5 or K through 8 schools. And so those are the schools that we are looking to prioritize at this time.
The Milwaukee Health Department says it expects test results from Maryland Avenue Montessori School soon. The health department says they are requiring MPS to provide an update on their abatement efforts by March 31st or face building closures. A new anchor tenant is moving into the Mayfair Mall in Wauwatosa.
A sporting goods store called Scheels will move into the vacant Boston store at the mall. The Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel says Scheels will stock sporting goods, footwear, along with equipment like golf clubs, bats, archery bows, bicycles, and more. The Scheels will also include Gina's Cafe, a coffee shop, and a Fuzzywigs candy shop. The paper says Scheels plans to open at the mall in 2 years. There are 2 other Scheels in the state, one in Appleton, the other in Eau Claire. Eric Bilstead, WTMJ News.
And the final day of sturgeon spearing season is taking place this weekend. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reports that since February 20th, more than 20,752 spears have been successful out on the ice of the Lake Winnebago system. So far this season, 50 sturgeons that have been caught this year have weighed more than 100 pounds. The final day for spearing sturgeon in Wisconsin is on Sunday, February 23rd. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News Time is 7:03.
James Imaging Systems, your local document imaging partner. JamesImaging.com.
James Imaging Systems, local support, local accountability, local business technology representatives. Listen to Matheson Manufacturing President Al Leidinger.
She still checks in to see how things are going and if we need anything, so I really do appreciate that from a customer service standpoint.
Michael Quizan, IT Systems Administrator at Great Midwest Bank, discovered the benefits of working with the local team at James.
Our costs from supplies perspective went down. I mean, we're talking about thousands in a year. So we saved a lot of money by bringing James Imaging on.
James Imaging Systems client Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, on dealing with James.
They are making sure you get the full value and life of every product that you have with them.
Local support, local accountability, local people. Get it all with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
Hi, this is Julie Coombs and Cindy Storm Fisher with Storm Fisher Investment Group. Are you a retiring professional worried about the direction of our economy, about making your money last? Come see what we can do for you. Let us show you how we take care of you to help you have a great retirement.
We are at 262-796-8400 or stormfisher.com. See you soon.
Securities offered through Osaic Wealth Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. Advisory services offered through Osaic Advisory Services LLC. Osaic Advisory. Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory are separately owned, and other entities and/or marketing names, products, and services referenced here are independent of Osaic Wealth and Osaic Advisory.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Time for a WTMJ Sports Update from their Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. Milwaukee Bucks secured another win on the road Friday night against the Wizards in D.C., winning 104-101. And the Marquette Golden Eagles men's basketball team struggled to keep up the pace against Villanova Friday night, losing 81-66. In Badger news, number 11 Wisconsin men's basketball gets ready for its next Big Ten matchup today against Oregon at the Kohl Center in Madison. Tip-off time is at 11 a.m. And women's basketball takes on the Northwestern Wildcats in Madison tomorrow. Tip-off time is at 2 p.m. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Taking a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver Traffic. You have no major incidents out on the road at this time in Milwaukee, so the drive this morning should be smooth.
Find furniture for life from Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, or downtown Milwaukee. Milwaukee Mattress, where top quality mattresses are priced hundreds less than premium national mattress brands. Found exclusively at Ken Michaels Furniture in Brookfield, Greenfield, and downtown Milwaukee.
All right, time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday is going to be partly to mostly sunny with a high of 32 degrees. Sunday is going to be mostly cloudy, but a bit mild, with a chance of some rain and snow showers later at night with a high of 38 degrees. Monday is going to be partly cloudy and mild with a high of 46 degrees. Tuesday, we'll be looking more towards a chance of a mix of rain and snow early in the day. Will become mostly sunny with a high of 43 degrees. And Wednesday is looking to be partly sunny and cloudy with a high of 42 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 12 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 15 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 11 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 16 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:07.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome. Thank you for joining us on what's going to be fairly warm for Wisconsin this time of year. Fairly warm
compared
day.
to this last week.
This last week caused some issues, and we're going to talk about that a little bit on the show, like what's happening at people's houses, because there's a lot going on when it gets that cold and a house is happening. But before we get there, no guests this hour.
Right.
So we have an open phone line for any question you want to ask. We will answer it. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. How was your week?
Good.
Did you have to go out in that cold?
I didn't on what day? I got to look at my calendar. I think Tuesday I stayed home.
Okay.
So just had a lot of stuff to work on. I was out Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yeah, pretty busy week. Yeah, looking at doing a bunch of different things.
Yeah.
Couple home inspections, but also some stone veneers, some eaves inspections, trying to help people figure out what you alluded to, some moisture condensation issues inside their home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
We had to not work Monday and Tuesday. Our crews were off because it just was too cold.
Right.
I had to go do measuring houses and doing things, and literally 10 or 15 minutes outside, and my hands just hurt. I mean, it was so cold. So that definitely can cause things to happen in your house that normally don't happen when it gets that cold. Right. I saw it. You said you saw it because you went to check out some things. So if you have questions on that, we'll hear from you, because you may have seen something happen on your house that you
never saw before, and we can try to figure out what that might be. Otherwise, let's talk a little bit about. So you said you're doing an EIFS inspection for people that don't understand what that stands for. What does that stand for?
Well, almost everybody says EIFS.
Yes,
and I say EIFS. EIFS stands for Exterior Insulation and Finish System.
So that's the kind of stucco-looking house that's not actually stucco.
Right. Yeah,
which is most of the newer homes that have stucco look to, right?
Right. Yeah. So it's you build the house, they put the plywood or OSB sheathing on the outside and the Tyvek, and then in this case, they put a layer of about 1-inch foam on the outside of the house. They adhere it, either mechanically adhere it with screws and large pan head screws and washers, or they can also trowel on an adhesive product, and you put it on, and then once it is all on, they rasp it smooth, and then they put a base coat on with a mesh in it to try to reinforce it, because otherwise the foam is really easy to dent. So the reinforcing mesh, put that on there, and then trowel on a finish coat. And then they put little things in the finish coat, so as you trowel it, you can get a texture look on it. And it's a great product. Just like most of the products that we have on the market today, good products, as it comes down to everything, and this, it's how it's installed a lot of times and then maintained.
Yeah.
So, but installation issues are a big problem, and following what either the manufacturer or the industry has set as the standards for instead. The big thing is clearances to other surfaces, to the ground, to concrete, to a deck, to the roof. You got to have clearances of all these products, whether it's EIFS, stone veneer, LP Smart Side, Hardy Plank siding, even vinyl siding. There is something called the Vinyl Siding Institute, and they say your vinyl siding should be a 1/2 inch up off your roof. I never see that done, but so it's just kind of a larger point that it really comes down to how these products are installed.
All right. So we can talk through all of that. We're going to talk about the weather, and Don from Milwaukee's on the phone with a question about radon. We'll talk to him when we come back. It is the Fix It Show. We'd love to hear from you this morning on WTMJ.
Whatever you want to call this season, we're over it. Time to look forward to
fly ball, right field. It is deep. It is gone.
Spring training is finally here and back on the radio.
Swing and fly ball, right center field. It is up. It is gone.
Make sure to catch our next spring training broadcast as the Brewers take on the Reds Saturday at 2. No matter the season, we are the home of the Brewers. WTMJ.
Experience, knowledge, results. That's what really matters when you need help after a serious truck accident. You'll need a lawyer experienced in fighting and winning for people just like you. Gruber Law Offices has the resources, strong track record of success, and a team of experienced lawyers to take care of your needs. We've successfully helped people injured in big truck accidents for more than 35 years. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
I'm Tony Drake from Drake & Associates. Should I delay my Social Security benefits, or should I start taking them right away? The truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all answer. Your decision can impact your income for the rest of your retirement. At Drake & Associates, we help you create a strategy to maximize your benefits so you can make the most of what you've earned. Social Security is just one stop on your retirement-ready roadmap. Take the first step today. Text SS to 414-897-9522 to claim your free retirement toolkit and get a copy of my book, Get Retirement Ready. Don't leave money on the table. Text SS to 414-897-9522.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
So how would I describe our people? I'd say the people we set out to hire have to be smart, hardworking, and honest. Honesty being paramount of the three. Because honesty breeds integrity. And when you have integrity, you won't let yourself do anything less than your best. And that's who we're looking for. Character counts here, and integrity matters. And that's why it's easy for us to offer the industry's best lifetime workmanship warranty with every roof we sell. A rock-solid warranty like ours guarantees our reputation and assures your satisfaction. At Semper Fi, we do the right thing. We seize the moral high ground and we hold it. And when you do that, you end up having a business that's going to last for generations. This is Brad Youngbluth with Semper Fi Roofing and Exteriors, your local, veteran-owned and operated exterior remodeling company. For your new roof, siding, window and door installation, or masonry work, you can count on Semper Fi to keep you safe, warm, and dry.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions, get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
The Fix-It Show with Dayton, Kane, and David Nason on WTMJ.
I like this song. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band celebrating the last day of sturgeon fishing. Isaac, well done. Sean, Brenda, our news guy, recommending that one. So good deal.
Yep.
Thank you for listening to the Fix It Show. Let's go right over to Don at 855-616-1620. Good morning. What's your question?
Morning, long-time listener. I love the show.
Thanks.
I actually calling for my brother. He lives in Menominee Falls, and with all the talk about radon, he got a test kit and sent it away and got the results back, which was 10.4, which I don't think is good.
No.
That's pretty high.
Yeah. So anyway, I know you talked about a company that you recommended to do. I think they call it mitigation. I think he's going to get another test kit and send it away just to double check on the same results. But I wonder if you could tell me the name of the company that you recommend and their phone number.
Sure, it's Lifetime Radon Solutions. Actually, they've changed it. I mean that's who the company that installed my system. They're now called Lifetime Home Solutions. I think they've added additional services to what they do, but they're out of Delafield. Lifetime
Home Services,
right? So
Yeah.
they do radon among other things. So yeah, the 10.4 level is well above the 4.0 action level. I didn't say safe level, action level, where it's recommended to put in a radon mitigation system. And there's some options you can do. If you have a home that has an attached garage, sometimes they can install it where that system can go up through the garage and then through the roof. So it looks just like a plumbing vent on the roof rather than having the whole system attached to the exterior of your house, which is not that attractive.
My brother has attached garage. Do you have a phone number for
I
that
do.
company?
You ready?
Okay.
262-955-5701.
Okay. Are there different ways of doing it? Here there's two methods of doing it, and I don't know if there's one's preferred or does it depend on the individual thing that he has there?
Well, really the main two ways are whether it's attached to the outside of your house or if it goes up inside or through your garage.
Right.
But essentially it's a PVC pipe that goes down through the floor of your basement into the drain tile. It goes up, and then there's got to be a fan, an exhaust fan or a suction fan on the system to extend, and it has to extend past the roof, and also the fan has to be outside of the breathing envelope of your home, so that means the fan cannot be in your basement, it cannot be in your house anywhere. It can be in your garage, and it can be in your attic. Or it can be outside.
Okay.
But it can't be within the building envelope.
Do you know what the price on those things are? I mean, a rough idea. He called a heating contractor, and they gave him a price of about $2,000 for that. Is that in the ballpark?
It's a little high.
I had a quote for mine. It was $1,700, but that's because we had to run through crawl space and up a different side of the house. And
so it's a little hard to say for sure. Say for if you have a ranch, you're going to be using less pipe. If the basement's unfinished and pretty accessible, it's going to be a little easier. if they're running it up and outside, it's probably a little easier. Whereas if they're going up and then going through the garage, now they have to put fire collars on firewalls and things. But I always thought it was somewhere around $1,200, $1,400 for a system. So the $2,000 seems a little high. Prices of everything's going up, but
right, yeah. All right, so I just want to double check. The phone number is 262-955-5701.
Yes.
Correct.
Yep.
Okay. All right, thanks a lot.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks for calling.
Have a good weekend, Don. 855-616-1620. We have a text here. It says, it's been a while since my last question. I want to take out the fiberglass bats from all my sill boxes and put spray foam in them. How difficult is it to use those froth units that Menard sells? From previous experiences with can versions, wild expansion and cleanup is a problem. Yeah, you got to know what you're doing a little bit.
Yeah, I bought one of those when I remodeled my bathroom a few years ago. And because I wanted to really super insulate that exterior wall that the bath showers in, and it worked out well. I thought it's all about preparation. So kind of be ready, and so if you're doing your basement box sills, have everything out of your way so that you're ready to go. If you got something, maybe a window, mask off the window. I would suggest with some painter's tape and some newspaper or something.
What's this newspaper you talk about? What?
Paper bags from the grocery store. Do we have those anymore?
Yeah, I think those are still around.
So just mask things off, plastic, whatever, and just be completely ready to go. Everything out of your way, because those systems, just like he's talking about with the spray cans, once you start one, you have a limited amount of time to like keep going. Unless you're going to try to clean out the nozzle or something.
Yeah,
so in my opinion would be get all the old insulation out, shop vac, get up there, yes, shop vac, because it's probably really dusty, and just like anything, you want everything to be as clean as possible so that it can adhere and stay there. So get it all cleaned out, get all your stuff out of your way so you're not stumbling over things, mask things off, and then once that's all done, then get your cans all set up, get it ready to go. And then just go. This stuff gives off a little bit of a VOC, volatile organic compound. So make sure you can open a window or you can ventilate somehow. If there's a bathroom down there, maybe turn on the exhaust fan or something. But just be able to get some fresh air in there as well. But that would be my suggestion. I have used it, and it worked out well.
Does it expand quite a bit? Like, are you doing a nice little bit and then it'll fill? Or how do you know?
Well,
does it tell you on the canister what you're looking to do?
Probably the first couple spaces are going to be a little bit of a test and see how much you're doing. I wouldn't go overboard right away because once it cures, you can go back and add a little bit more. But I think that would be the thing. Do it a little bit at a time at first and see how much is expanding. And then as you go, okay, I can go a little bit more. I can go if I can get a little bit more. But also read the instructions. You got to do a little bit of math. I'm not doing it on the air here, but do some measuring and figure out, okay, I got a box sill. I got 2x10 joists, so it's 9 inches tall by about 14 inches in between, 14 and a half inches in between the joists. Do a little bit of math. Okay, is it 2 inches thick? How much does one of these systems cover? Am I gonna get my entire basement done with one, or it's gonna be really close? So then you might want to go with just a little bit. The thing is, what you could do is if you do, I know getting in a long answer here, but if it's like close to covering your entire basement, just do a thinner amount of this expanding foam and then put the fiberglass back. So the foam acts as a vapor barrier, so it'll seal things up, give you a good amount of insulation, and then you could put the fiberglass insulation back over it, as long as it doesn't have a paper facing on it. It would have to be completely unfaced fiberglass insulation. That you could put back. That would give you a little bit more insulation value.
All right. Thanks for the question.
Yep.
The Siding Unlimited talking text line is 855-616-1620. It is a Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Grab your to-do list and head to Fleet Farm for Project Days, happening now through the 26th. Carhartt fans get a free $20 gift card with every $100 worth of Carhartt gear. Good on your next Fleet Farm purchase. Sprout Sweet Mix for horses and livestock is just $8.99 a bag. And save $50 on a Milwaukee M18 Compact Brushless Drill Driver Kit, now only $149. And save big on Milwaukee tools during Milwaukee Deal Days, February 20th through the 26th at Fleet Farm.
The Census Bureau says more than 12,000 Americans turn 65 each day. It's a surge they call Peak 65, the highest number in history. Some Annex clients retire early. Some keep working because they love it. You know why? Because they've got custom plans built by fee-only fiduciaries. They identified their wants and needs, and we went to work. We want to do the same for you. Annex does financial planning at every level. Annex Comprehensive Wealth, Annex Private Client, Annex Ignite. Visit AnnexWealth.com and click the Get Started button.
Hey, this is Steve Scafidi for Advent. I had some snoring issues that kept my wife up at night. That led to poor sleep and a lot of tired mornings on the radio, and nobody wants that, trust me. Put it simply, my nose wasn't working the way it should. I decided to go to Advent for a quick 30-minute visit, one of their great facilities, talk to a bunch of their doctors. They really put me at ease. After a really simple sleep study at home, in my own bed, they determined the root cause of my problem had to do with my sinuses and nasal passages in my breathing triangle. I didn't even know I had a breathing triangle, so I went to see Advent. After a short procedure done in office, I'm back to breathing well, and my wife and I are both back to sleeping through the whole night. The best sleep we've ever had, that could be you. If you struggle with restless nights like I did, take the time to see how Advent can help. To find out how breathing well and sleeping well can make your life and your nights a whole lot better, go to AdventKnows.com, schedule an appointment today. Because Advent knows, when you breathe well, you live better.
Look what I found.
What is it?
It's a list of the traditional and modern anniversary gifts for each year of marriage.
Sarah and I use a different list. But go ahead and tell us about yours.
The traditional gift for your first anniversary is paper, but the modern gift is a clock.
Well, our list says the first anniversary is always diamond jewelry.
What's your list called?
The People's Choice.
The traditional gift for your 6th anniversary is iron, but the modern gift is wood.
What a coincidence. For the 6th anniversary, our list says diamonds again. What do you have for the 10th anniversary, Rick?
Traditional is aluminum, modern is diamond jewelry.
Well, there you go. Our lists agree. What have you got for the 7th anniversary?
Copper and a desk set.
Nope. Diamonds again.
I'm beginning to see the wisdom of the People's Choice list.
It's good to have you on board.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
Did you make up that People's Choice list, or is it real?
Well, we're people, aren't we?
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
WTMJ's The Fix-It Show with David Nason and Dayton Kane.
Justin Timberlake. Gonna be at Fiserv Forum tonight. That should be a good show. That guy can dance. I don't know if you've ever seen him. He can sing pretty good too.
Hopefully he's got a driver
that old
to get him there.
Boy, he finally made it.
Boom, boom.
Yeah. All right, let's go to Brad in Greendale. Good morning, Brad. What's your question?
Good morning. I'm hoping to get a little bit of help as far as what I should look for. My water bill, we get billed every 3 months, and my water bill for the fourth quarter doubled from what it was a year ago. I went to the city and said, there's got to be an issue here with the meter. They said, no, you've got a leak in the house somewhere. So they ran me an hourly report on where water usage was, and it just stymied me for 3 months. It's just two of us in the house, my wife and I, and it was like 50,000 gallons of water. They said, yeah, that is kind of high, but we're not showing leaks anywhere, and I'm just trying to figure out where I should even start looking. And then a related question is, we've lost pressure the last week in the kitchen tremendously, and I've opened and closed the valves to see if that was it. What else I could look at there, because every other faucet is fine, just in the kitchen.
Yeah. How old is the house?
It was built in 78.
78.
Is the kitchen sink on an exterior wall?
Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah, because I was opening my cupboards this last 2 weeks because I was afraid pipes were gonna freeze.
So that might be a pressure issue. But as far as the quantity of water, so the question is have you noticed out in the front yard any area of settlement, either in the yard or a sidewalk?
No, but it's been snow covered now for the last couple of weeks, and I'm referring to a period which was October, November, December is what the bill was for.
Has it come back down?
Shocked me.
I'm sorry. Know yet.
You don't. I was going to ask has the quantity of water used, has that come back down since then, or you don't know yet?
Well, I don't know. I'd have to have them run one current on that. I just was shocked by the bill because it was double and the usage was double. So, they from a year ago, comparing the same 3 months.
I wonder if you could do a test with them, with the municipality, where you turn the water off inside your house, and to see if they can see if there's still water flowing, which would then point to a leak out in the street.
Like a broken main somewhere.
I mean, look at the news. How many water main breaks? Now, this it seems to be happening before that. It got cold, but that still can happen. And that's why I was asking, because I have seen that where all of a sudden some of the yards start settling or sidewalks start settling, and what they found out is that there's a leak at the connection, either in the street or in the valve. There's a valve out in your front yard where that blue, there's a metal cap that's painted blue usually. That's the street valve.
But if there was a leak there, that would be before the meter.
Correct. Oh,
so it wouldn't affect their bill.
The meter is, I guess, okay, you got me there. So where's the water going?
Yeah, that's what I'm totally baffled. I mean, you'd think we'd see moisture in the walls or ceiling or something.
Would this be a case for water doctors to come help them?
It could, but yeah, he's definitely right. Where it would have to be going somewhere.
Yeah,
you'd have to be seeing it somewhere.
Would a thermal camera be able to help?
Again, the lines coming in and the meter, and then the pipes are all either in the basement or in the walls and the ceilings of the house. So if you got a water leak, you're going to notice that amount of water.
That's a lot of water.
It's going to be noticeable.
Okay.
You stumped us, Brad. Yeah. You stumped us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you said water doctors. Are they
water doctors in Waukesha? Yeah. John.
Okay.
Appel.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name.
We talked about him last week. Boy, he's getting all kinds of free presses.
But they should be able to offer some additional.
All right. We do have to go, Brad, but thank you for the call. Good luck with that. On the faucet, on the kitchen sink, too, did you take the screen off and kind of clean it up? Maybe there's some debris in there stopping the flow of the water. Just one other suggestion. But it might have been a freeze thing, too, where it was getting too cold. But anyway, thank you. We appreciate you. Have a good weekend. 855-616-1620. If you have questions, we go over to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Thanks, Dayton. One person is dead after a fatal car crash took place early Saturday morning on Milwaukee's northwest side. Happened near the corners of West Grantosa Drive and West Hampton Avenue just after 2:30 a.m. The first vehicle was traveling westbound on Hampton Avenue, while the second vehicle was traveling eastbound on Hampton and attempted to turn onto Grantosa, crashing into the westbound car. The 44-year-old driver of the first vehicle died from the crash. An investigation is ongoing and charges are pending with the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. And farmers could get some deserved help when it comes to repairing John Deere tractors that shut down on them. Wisconsin State Senator Brad Pfaff is introducing legislation to give farmers the right to repair their own tractors and farming equipment without corporate interference. The bill proposed would require manufacturers to provide repair documentation, data, parts, and necessary tools available to tractor owners and independent service providers at fair costs and terms. Currently, Wisconsin is one of 5 states that have been added to the FTC's lawsuit against the John Deere company for monopolistic practices. Take a look at your roads. Your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving time saver traffic. No major incidents out on the roads at this time, so it should be a smooth drive this morning, Milwaukee.
Traffic is sponsored by Angela Calais and Benefit Realty. At Benefit Realty, pay only 3.5 to 3.9% real estate commission and get all the service that you should. Benefit Realty, you pay less for full service. Benefit-realty.com.
All right, take a look at your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 30 degrees. Tonight, we're going to get some increasing cloud coverage with a low of 20 degrees. Sunday will be mostly cloudy but mild. A slight chance of overnight rain and snow mix is expected with a high of 36 degrees. Monday is going to be mostly cloudy and mild with some slight chance of rain and a high of 43 degrees. Tuesday, we'll get a chance of some wintry mix early in the day. It'll be partly cloudy with a high of 44 degrees. And then Wednesday, we'll get a chance of some rain and snow mix as well. It'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 44 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 12 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 15. In Waukesha, it's 11. And in Milwaukee, it's 16 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda. Outdoor Living Unlimited WTMJ News Time is 7:34.
The pulse of the Milwaukee Bucks, straight from a Bucks legend.
Can't get it off. Marcus Johnson will, though. Can't leave him alone for a 12.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson on Bucks Plus. Marcus and his son Chris offer a weekly beat on Bucks basketball. Get your questions answered and hear from the biggest names in basketball. Find Here District with Marcus Johnson at bucks.com/plus on the Bucks app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Ready to tackle your home improvement project this winter? Exterior Pros and Baths is here to help you score big with quality home exterior and shower upgrades. As a 5-time President's Club Award winner, Exterior Pros is not playing around. With flexible financing, it's never been easier to invest in your home without breaking the bank. Get started today and save $2,000. Visit extpros.com or call 262-800-4274. That's 262-800-4274. Trust the pros and kick off your home transformation today.
You're right, and I'll agree. It does sound too good to be true, but offering you affordable treatment that alleviates pain, which really does work, that we've seen in most cases insurance paid for in full, is a definite reality. It's pain relief, really. And these are FDA-approved treatments. They're safe and proven to reduce inflammation and alleviate pain. Yeah, you'll have to get a couple of shots, and I know that can scare people. But the needle is extremely small. And after giving shots like this hundreds of thousands of times, you'll see we make it very easy. You're going to feel the relief that our powerful pain relief agents give you. They're pain relief drugs that solve pain problems. And the way I feel is that Rejuvenex should be the first stop for anyone living with pain in shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees. At $65 per joint, per injection, it's probably the most affordable pain relief option available that actually works. Rejuvenex Google reviews will tell you more.
More of your questions next. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Don't forget, you can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Dayton Kane and David Nason here with you, taking your calls and texts at 855-616-1620. And thanks to all the listeners who have chimed in over the last few minutes with some more suggestions on the water leak issues.
Yeah,
So,
some good thoughts here. Thanks for chiming in here. I guess the meter could always become faulty. It's a mechanical device, and sometimes they break or whatever. So you could ask the municipality to swap it out, give you a new meter, especially if it's the original one or an old one. Then also a friend of mine texted in, and we got somebody texting in to the show here too, that maybe the toilet flapper valve's leaking on a tank or one or more tanks. You could put a little bit of dye in the tank and then see if it's leaking into the bowl. Usually you say, well, you're a running toilet, you can hear it, but sometimes it could just be
not
just quieted enough. And if that over time, that amount of water can add up, definitely.
and you'll see the if you put the dye in the tank on top, suddenly that water will be clear, and you'll see it going through the bowl and out the bottom if it's running fast enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, interesting.
Definitely some good suggestions. Thanks to everybody for chiming in.
Water usage could be going right out through the sewer or drain, like it's dripping somewhere, and
but it's got to go through the pipes to get to a drain to get to the sewer drain.
Yeah.
So
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for those suggestions. Let's go to a couple more texts we have here. We have a 2-story colonial with a second floor corner bedroom. It's always cooler than the rest of the upstairs. Is that correctable? Do they have to open up the walls to reach the ductwork? And is it expensive? 3 questions there.
Yeah, so if Jason Fox was sitting here, he probably would say, well, we should check your ducts, have it cleaned, and then maybe think about doing some air sealing because the ducts could be leaking. Or it could just be a matter of dampers. You might be able to go down in your basement if your basement's unfinished and look for where you got the long rectangular trunks for the ductwork and then the round ones that branch off. There should be a damper on those. And see if you can figure out if the damper is maybe closed even a little bit going up to that room. So that's something to check. Make sure it's wide open. And usually it's got like a butterfly-looking kind of control on it.
Yep.
And you want it to be straight in line with the duct. If it's perpendicular to it, that means it's closed. Or if it's closed even a little bit, that can really affect it. And if there's a room that's really warm, maybe you do damper off that room a little bit so you get a little more room, air going to the other one. So that's a try. Otherwise, might need to talk to your heating contractor to come and do some testing on the pressure of the system. Make sure you got the Jason talks about that too, static pressure and all this other stuff that they check.
Yeah. I mean, there shouldn't be a reason the house was, if it was built properly, there shouldn't be a reason to have to rip out walls and put in new ductwork and that sort of thing. I mean, it can be done.
Right.
It can be done. But to answer that last question, is it expensive? It can get there if you have to get to that point. But, David, those were good suggestions to do before you get to that point.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 855-616-1620, the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. Have exterior deteriorating wood, soft, spongy around some of the basement windows close to ground level. No window wells. Any recommendations on who might fix that? The house was built in the 70s.
Yeah, wood basement windows, I see that frequently. The frames start deteriorating, and then you either got to try to maintain them or at this point probably replace them. And I replaced the basement windows in my house myself. I think I'm a little handy, so I can do that. So you're probably looking for, I don't know, you're a window company. You guys do basement windows?
We do hopper windows, basement hoppers.
So there you go. Siding Unlimited could do something like that.
We'd be replacing, not fixing.
Right.
Fixing wood that's already spongy and rotten.
Maybe CertaPro painters.
And if it's just a couple spots, they can patch in and paint.
They can do some carpentry and then paint them.
Yeah.
So that also be CertaPro would be an option if you're looking to try to
salvage,
redo these or maintain them, extend their life a little bit. But the reality is they're probably a single piece of glass.
Right.
And not very efficient at all. You guys are going to put in insulated glass, nice vinyl hoppers. That's what I did. You can open them easily. They insulate. They a lot of daylight.
For the cost between the two, replacing, I mean, basement windows aren't crazy as far as investment goes.
Right.
So, but a couple options there.
Definitely.
You want to read the next one?
Yes. So where did the next one go? Here we have an older home with a 3/4 inch plaster-like or some mineral-based gritty material on her first floor living space wall. So it's probably either what I call a skim coat plaster, unless it's a really old house, 100 years old or close to that you got the lath and plaster. We have small 1-inch diameter faint brown stains showing on the paint of the walls in some rooms. Cause, remedies, thanks, Steve in Hartford. So if they're actually perfectly round, did it say round? 1-inch diameter. So if they're round, it's possible that somebody had insulation blown into the walls. And they would have gone from the inside and done what's called a dense pack type insulation, like a cellulose dense pack insulation. That's the only thing I can think of. If there
wouldn't be nails behind there rusting that could...
Not that big.
No.
Not 1 inch.
No, I know, but maybe it's expanding as it goes. I don't know.
Well, then you got a moisture problem if you're getting rusting. The only other faint brown things are we get what are the tannins from wood sometimes, but that doesn't sound like that would be the case. To me, I think it's somebody probably patched some holes from insulation. So what you probably need to do is going to need to, prime the walls with a stain blocking primer. So Kills or Bin. I like the Bin product by Zinsser. And they have a latex base, they have a oil base, and they have the stinky shellac base. But that one, it's stinky, but it covers everything. And once you paint with that, then you can paint back over with any color you want, and you shouldn't see those anymore.
Yeah, that's the remedy, but that's a cover-up. It's not stopping whatever's happening.
Well,
that's the weird part. What's actually causing it?
That's hard to say for sure.
It is hard to say, unless you rip open one of those holes and see what's behind it and what's going on.
Or just,
Again, CertaPro might be able to help out in this situation. They do all stucco and all the interior stuff. So
plaster
they could
repairs,
take it open and then see what's going on and then fix it up and paint over just to find out what's happening. Otherwise, what you're suggesting does cover up the issue.
Right. If it's really plaster and you're looking for plaster works, Creative Construction of Wisconsin does really good plaster work as well.
All right. We do need to take a break. More of your calls and texts when we get back. 855-616-1620. Thanks for listening this morning to WTMJ.
Great Midwest Bank has document imaging technology from James Imaging Systems, a 100% locally owned and managed business technology company. The bank's IT systems administrator, Michael Quizon, comments on the value of local.
We call on them at any point, they're there. We ask them any questions that we have, they're there.
James Imaging Systems, local business technology solutions, local support, local accountability. Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales for the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra.
If an issue does arise, they're very prompt, polite, and professional. It makes me feel empowered because I find it very easy to resolve something.
James Imaging Systems client, Al Leidinger, President of Matheson Manufacturing, summarized the benefit of local.
James Imaging has been a really good partner with us from the beginning.
Go with local. Go with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
I'm Tony Drake from Drake & Associates. Taxes in retirement could take a bigger bite out of your savings than ever before. With a rising tax environment, many retirees are worried about running out of money. At Drake & Associates, we understand those fears, and we're here to help you feel more confident about your retirement. That's why we're offering a free retirement toolkit and a copy of my book, Get Retirement Ready, to help you take control of your financial future. Don't let rising taxes catch you off guard. Text TAX to 414-897-9522 to claim your free resources. That's TAX to 414-897-9522.
Drake & Associates is an independent investment advisory firm that offers different investment vehicles. All insurance products are backed by the issuing insurance company. This commercial is provided for informational purposes only.
We're Ted and Pam, owners of Church and Chapel Funeral Homes here in town.
Our family, serving your family.
Church and Chapel Funeral Homes. There's one near you.
Saving money on remodeling your home at Menards. Start your tile project off right with Dent Shield Tile Backer from Georgia Pacific. It's proven to protect against moisture in your walls and subfloors with a built-in water barrier, making it perfect to use in damp areas like kitchens and bathrooms. Plus, its easy-to-cut design makes installation a breeze. Save big on Georgia Pacific Dent Shield Tile Backer panels. On sale through March 2nd. Plus, check out our weekly flyer on Menards.com for more great deals.
Save big money at Menards.
For over a century, local radio has evolved with the needs of the community. From politics to pop culture, we keep you informed, bringing you the most relevant news, online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Need advice? Call 855-616-1620. Our expert home inspector is here to help. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Partly to mostly sunny today with a high of 32. It is currently, it just says feels colder on my screen. 15, but it feels colder. Well, thank you for that. Yeah, it is going to get nicer, though, than we've had, so look forward to that. It's going to be
tomorrow.
40s this week, 40s.
Tomorrow,
almost 50
rain,
at some point.
I think.
All right, it says, let's take some more of these calls and texts at 855-616-1620. Large icicles are hanging from my rain gutters. Should I just let them be or should I knock them off? Let's talk about the cold that's happened, because a lot of things are happening to people's houses.
Yes.
So about that one, what do you think? What's your opinion on that?
Well, so it's being caused by heat loss. You know, melting the snow off the roof from underneath the snow, trickles down into your gutters that are cold, gutters are overflowing, freezing. Now you got icicles.
Yes.
And as we were talking, unless they're in a place where they're over a sidewalk or something and they're dripping onto the sidewalk and creating a skating rink.
Or could fall and hit somebody.
Yes, I personally say leave them alone.
And unless they're getting so big that you
so
think
heavy.
they might start ripping your gutter off.
Yeah.
But I was driving around the last couple of weeks, and I look at all this stuff, right? Because that's part of my job. I saw more icicles this week than I've seen in years. They're just the weather that we had created these icicles and this melting and this, I don't know, it's crazy.
It's amazing when it as cold as it was, and on the south side of my house, they were actually dripping.
Yeah.
It was melting quite a bit. It's still below 20 degrees, and it's in the single digits, and the water is dripping because the amount of sun, the sun's going up. And as you know, we drove in today, the sun was actually up a little bit, some daylight.
Yeah.
But just the amount of heat that it's generating, which you're like, wow, really heat? Yes. And it's melting enough, and you got heat loss from your house. That's the cause of ice dams.
Yeah.
But we could spend a whole show on that.
Well, we should talk a little bit about that. We do have to we ran long on that last break talking, but we will be right back. We'll finish it up. Next hour, we have John from Cornerstone Development on with us. It is a Fix It show, and we really appreciate you being here today.
Spend your midday with Wisconsin's Midday News.
European leaders are expressing solidarity with President Zelensky after President Trump called him a dictator.
Greg Matzik and Jessica Ty bring you the latest in news and sports.
Bad news for the Milwaukee Bucks and forward Bobby Portis suspended 25 games for a banned substance.
From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. only on WTMJ.
You learn something new every day here in Wisconsin's Midday News.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work. From small repairs and remodels to large residential projects, Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
Vince Vetrano here for Connect Chiropractic. Numbness, tingling in the hands, arms, legs, feet. Time to go see Dr. Alex Young and my team at Connect Chiropractic. Regular chiropractic care can bring life-changing results for folks who suffer from neuropathy and fibromyalgia, nervous system issues that can be corrected. And no worries about twisting, cracking, or popping. The docs at Connect Chiro use all the same method, a special tool that is pain-free and effective for your adjustments. Visit them in Delafield and Wauwatosa or get started online at goconnectchiro.com.
Do you know or work with kids who have special healthcare needs? Help them live their best lives. Contact Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network. Our specialists will connect you with services in your area. Wisconsin Wayfinder is free and confidential. Call 877-947-2929 or visit dhs.wi.gov/WISCWAY. Connect today. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
We keep you safe, warm, and dry. Semper Fi.
SemperFiRoofing.com.
Cheese doodles, Mr. Nougat Bar. Oh, here we go. 4-door hatchback.
Some things are fine to buy from a vending machine, but a car's not one of them. That national online company makes it seem convenient, but it won't be so convenient if you have a problem with the vehicle you buy. And if it's after 7 days, good luck. Adam member dealers also let you search online, plus test drive the vehicle before you buy it. And they're right here to handle any issues.
But the car's stuck. No!
Start your search at ADAMM.com.
Looking to escape the winter chill? Fox World Travel has you covered. Whether it's an all-inclusive vacation with Apple Vacations, a luxurious Princess Cruise, or a European adventure with Globus and Avalon, we create unforgettable experiences just for you. Enjoy last-minute deals, exclusive offers, and personalized itineraries. From booking to boarding, we handle all the details for a stress-free trip. Ready to get out of the cold? Call 866-GO-FOX-GO and mention code RADIO to start planning your getaway today.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. David Nason and Dayton Kane. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Our final break of this hour before we're joined by John from Cornerstone Development. Thank you for listening, and thank you to Siding Unlimited and J&B Construction for being our sponsors every week. We appreciate that. Let's get one more phone call in. Suzanne from Milwaukee, good morning. What's your question?
Good morning. About 10 years ago, we have a ranch, and it's an older ranch. We had insulation put up in the attic. Then a couple of years ago, we had a new roof. They put a roof vent and then some more vents underneath the overhang. Now, all of a sudden, since they've done that, and we have those little toppers, things for the gutters. Okay. We now have a lot of icicles, and we don't have a lot of snow on our roof. So, okay, should we put in more insulation? Should we go through and have somebody put in more vents? No, I haven't been up there because there's spiders or something up there. I don't know.
Right.
But no, I haven't been in the upper portion on our ranch.
Right. Well, Suzanne, we're up against the end of the show, but just real quickly, adding insulation is a good thing, but you also do have to do something called air leak sealing. So that means any place that there's holes, top of walls, penetrations in the ceiling, those have to be sealed to keep the air from moving up in there as well. Adding ventilation is a good idea. But I will also say, and I think Eric from Siding Unlimited says this when we talk about gutter covers, is that whenever you add something, you sometimes have to give up something. And the reality is that gutter covers, as much as they keep leaves and other things out of, they do tend to create more icicles.
Yep, because it's cold metal.
Yeah, and so now the snow is sitting on top of the gutters and everything's just overflowing. So that's a possibility. But when it comes to ice dams and all that, it is a heat loss issue from your attic. And so the best recommendation is working with a good insulation contractor. That insulation contractor may also say, if they don't do it, they may say, you know what, we really need an energy audit. Really, somebody needs to come in and do a complete audit on your home and see where all the air is leaking, where the heat loss is and everything, before they can make suggestions on what to change or improve. So focus on energy is a good source. I'm sorry?
Okay, we had a vent put in the bathroom, but I don't think he ever hooked it up to go out the roof.
And that's a problem too. That's definitely a problem too.
Okay.
Yeah.
So and a home energy audit would.
Is there a good insulation? Is there a good insulation person?
Well, you could.
I don't want to call just anybody.
Yeah. S&E Insulation and Wisconsin Home Improvement does used to be Wisconsin Insulation, but they do some other things. So we're losing your single a little bit, Suzanne.
I would suggest Wisconsin Home Improvement.
Yeah.
They do a really good job.
Right.
But good luck with that. It's never fun when you're starting to deal with those issues. We do have to wrap it up for this hour. Like I said, John Wegland from Cornerstone Development on with us next hour. Get your calls and texts in. 855-616-1620. That does it for hour number one.
This has been The Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
It's WTMJ's Debbie Lazaga for Comfort Awnings. You've heard me talk about the wonderful new retractable awning the team at Comfort Awnings installed in my home. Spring is quickly approaching, and it is the perfect time for you to get an awning installed, so it's ready once the temps warm up. Comfort Awnings is a local family-owned company in Burlington that provides expert installation in southeast Wisconsin and northern Illinois. In February, you can receive a free motor with the purchase of any retractable awning or screens. Call 414-AWNINGS or visit comfortawnings.com to learn more.
No matter how many people are in your family, buying new jackets for the cold weather months can be expensive. But when you shop St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores, prices on cold weather jackets will give you a sigh of relief, because thrift store prices mean great deals. And right now we have a great selection. Find great deals on cold weather jackets for the family at St. Vincent de Paul thrift stores on Highway 100 in Layton and Greenfield, 23rd in Lincoln, and 76th and Bradley Road in Milwaukee.
You're gonna love it, St. Vincent de Paul.
You gotta get to Built Right today. Built Right's President's Day and Randy Kay's birthday sale and $1 million clearance sell-off are extended. This is WTMJ's Vince Vitrano for Built Right furniture, leather, and mattresses. If you're looking for affordable, better quality furniture or mattresses, do what my wife and I did. We went to Built Right. We love our new living room furniture, and we loved our shopping experience as well. It's all about your comfort, your style, your home at Built Right. 4 generations, 97 years strong. 3rd and 4th generation family members are right there in the store working alongside their amazing team. Thousands of items in stock or custom order at a low sale price. USA made, small scale, Ohio Amish made, real solid wood furniture. Over 48 models of PowerLift recliners in stock. 60 models of USA made mattresses. Built Right always saves you money. Open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Sunday. Closed to be with family. Make sure to tell them Vinny sent you to Built Right, just off of 894 at 54th and Layton Avenue in Greenfield.
Get your rock-solid guaranteed pre-approval to buy at accunet.com.
Trusted, relevant, locally owned, locally programmed. We are Wisconsin's radio station. News Radio 620, WTMJ Milwaukee.
Good morning, Milwaukee. At 8 o'clock, it's 16 degrees. Saturday is going to be partly to mostly sunny with a high of 30 degrees. Tonight, we're going to get some increasing cloud coverage with a low of 20 degrees from the WTMJ Breaking News Center. I'm Sean Brinda. One person is dead after a fatal car accident took place early Saturday morning on Milwaukee's northwest side. It happened near the corners of West Grantosa Drive and West Hampton Avenue just after 2:30 a.m. The first vehicle was driving westbound on Hampton Avenue, while the second vehicle was traveling eastbound on Hampton and attempted to turn onto Grantosa, crashing into the westbound car. The 44-year-old driver of the first vehicle died from the crash. An investigation is ongoing, and charges are pending with the Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office. This is an unprecedented surge of military leadership. President Trump is firing the country's highest-ranking military officer, General C.Q. Brown, and other senior leaders. The shakeup comes as the Pentagon prepares to lay off 5,400 civilian workers starting next week. ABC News senior White House correspondent Selena Wang has more.
These mass layoffs are putting the federal government in turmoil. At the same time, the Pentagon is dealing with this leadership shakeup at the top. It's also starting to lose a significant part of its workforce. Now, the Trump administration insists that these layoffs will not impact military readiness, but there are concerns from Pentagon workers who tell us that it could impact the readiness of troops, since the civilian workforce supports them both at home and around the world.
Hard questions from Milwaukee Public Schools regarding lead cleanup at Friday's Public Safety and Health Committee meeting. Alderwoman Millie Coggs asked members of the Milwaukee Health Department to provide parents at Golda Meir School up-to-date information on cleanup efforts to get rid of lead dust.
I would just say I would encourage you all to find even more ways to be communicative directly with those parents whose children are at these impacted schools. And that's also because the questions we've been able to ask you here today, these are same questions a lot of parents have.
The health department plans to check the school this weekend. The deadline to fully clean Golda Meir of lead dust was on Thursday. Taking on a big tractor, a new bill introduced in the Wisconsin State Assembly aims to aid farmers when repairing their tractors or equipment without certified manufacturer's help. Wisconsin State Senator Brad Pfaff tells our news partners at WISC TV why this legislation is needed right now.
We do have a very strong industry when it comes to mechanics and maintenance. And I think it just makes absolute sense that we want to make sure that we keep this work local. And that is why, again, I think this legislation makes an awful lot of sense.
The bill would require manufacturers to provide repair documentation, data, parts, and necessary tools available to tractor owners and independent service providers at fair costs and terms. The Greater Milwaukee Auto Show begins today at the Baird Center downtown.
An annual showcase of what's new and what's hot in the automotive industry.
There's safety tech, infotainment technology where you can project your phone on the screen in the car. So stuff like that is getting very popular.
Auto Trader senior editor Eric Brandt.
One car that we were just looking at the show was the Cadillac Escalade IQ, which is the all-electric version of the Escalade. And it has a feature called Super Cruise, and there's a light on the steering wheel, and when it turns green, you can take your hands off of the wheel. But you still have to keep your eyes on the road. You can't take a nap when you're driving quite yet.
Unlike previous years, each of the 24 brands at the Baird Center will be showcased on the same floor. Greg Matzik, WTMJ News.
The show begins today and runs through March 2nd. Sports, traffic, weather are next. Outdoor Living Unlimited, WTMJ News time is 8:04.
Eric Brown and his crew from Siding Unlimited can fix whatever's wrong with the outside of your house. How do you know what's wrong with it? Well, look for these trouble signs. On your windows, paint peeling, wood rot or damage from condensation? How well do they operate? Got mold on the storm windows? Siding have any dents, holes, or chips, paint or color issues? Is the caulking cracked? How's the flashing? Roof look okay? How about your doors? Decks are another place for critical inspection. Maybe you'd just like to have a new one. Eric is a regular here on the Fix-It Show. You regular listeners are aware of his expertise. He's president of Siding Unlimited, but that's not a desk job. He's out there working with the crews, inspecting people's structure problems and fixing them. Siding Unlimited will fix yours too. Make a note to contact Siding Unlimited online at sidingunlimited.com or see Siding Unlimited's unique outside-in showroom near Gerke's Corners in Brookfield.
Before you go looking for an area rug that you'll have to settle for because you think that the one you really want will be out of your budget, come to Design Exchange, where you'll find a formidable selection of Oriental, Persian, and other wool area rug choices at 25 to 70% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value. Design Exchange in Heartland and Pewaukee.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
Time for WTMJ Sports Updates from the Gruber Law Office's One Call, That's All Sports Desk. The Milwaukee Bucks secured another win on the road Friday night against the Wizards in D.C., winning 104-101. And the Marquette Golden Eagles struggled to keep up the pace against Villanova Friday night, losing 81-66. In Badger news, the number 11 Wisconsin men's basketball team gets ready to take on its next Big Ten matchup today against Oregon at the Kohl Center. Tip-off is at 11 a.m., and Wisconsin's women's basketball team takes on Northwestern in Madison tomorrow. Tip-off for that game is 2 p.m. Badger Sports Updates are sponsored by Siding Unlimited, Siding, and a whole lot more. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons Paving Time Saver traffic. We have one incident right now on the road at I-94 West at the ramp from 70th Street. The right shoulder is blocked due to a disabled vehicle at this time. Other than that, roads are looking clear across Milwaukee. Time for your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be partly to mostly sunny with a high of 30 degrees. Tonight we're going to get some increasing cloud coverage with a low of 20 degrees. Sunday, mostly cloudy but mild. Slight chance of overnight rain and snow mixed with a high of 36 degrees. Monday's going to be mostly cloudy and mild with a slight chance of rain and a high of 43 degrees. Tuesday, chance of wintry mix early in the day with partly cloudy skies and a high of 44 degrees. And Wednesday we'll get a chance for some rain and snow mix, mostly cloudy with a high of 44 degrees. Right now in Madison it's 14 degrees, in Green Bay it's 17 degrees, in Waukesha it's 14 degrees, and in Milwaukee it's 16 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:08.
This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC. When it comes to home repairs, we could all use a guy. Well, we've got the guy, and we've got the show. For all your home improvement questions, we've got answers. This is the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Now, here's your host, Dayton, Kane, and David Nason.
Welcome to hour number 2. We appreciate you being here with us. I am Dayton.
Yeah, we're ready to go.
David.
Got some sugar?
Got some sugar. I had a crawler. I haven't had a crawler in years.
Yeah, you
John
took
was
it.
nice enough to bring
I had
in.
my eye on
Oh,
that.
did you?
Yeah.
That's why. You went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You
Sorry.
lose.
Yeah.
You
Move your feet, lose your donut.
Duly noted for next
Thank
time.
you, John.
CornerstoneDevelopment.com is the website. Tell people what you guys do.
So we've developed the basically a branding that says, hey, we're ranch-style builders in the metropolitan area, particularly in suburban Milwaukee, okay? Yes, condominiums, but not always. Sometimes it's single-family homes, and we oftentimes put a clubhouse in, a pool, putting in pickleball courts in now, bocce courts, right, walking trails. We try to build lifestyle neighborhoods. So people that want to downsize, go to the ranch style, maybe condominium, maybe not, but you get services. They can do it and continue to kind of live where they used to live. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of been our mantra and what we're known for.
And before we came on, I asked you, I noticed a lot of your developments are called the Glen at. Right. And the thought behind that made sense.
And we joked that my name should be Glenn.
Right.
The thought behind it was early on, the first one we ever did was Pilgrim Glen in Menominee Falls. And we were looking at it, well, it's kind of got that Scottish lowland valley, kind of a charming place, right? So we just stuck with that term Glen as kind of a beautiful place to live.
So that's what you're trying to create each time.
Every time.
That community.
That's right.
Really.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Yep, exactly.
And you have a new one?
We do. The Grove
one?
Yeah, the Grove and River Hills has opened up.
Okay.
Those are standalone condominiums. Big clubhouse, beautiful clubhouse, big pool, 2 pickleball courts, bocce court, walking trails, and then you have a water conservancy around it to the north and to the east. And it's a 10-minute drive with not a single stoplight, and you're in Milwaukee because it's right on Brown Deer.
Sure.
And it's a great location.
There's a lot of stuff going on the North Shore up there.
That's right. And thankfully, the roads from there now are all repaired.
43. It is so nice driving north on 43 now when there's not a traffic.
Yes.
But yeah, it is really eased up the travel.
I totally
from,
agree, Dave. Totally.
From north side up through to Port Washington, all the way up there now.
Yep. So that one's really exciting. But we've got, Grafton has opened up. The clubhouse is almost done in Grafton. We have Wanaki across the street from the golf course in Menominee Falls. Mm-hmm. We've got Pewaukee. There's still a few left in Pewaukee. 2 blocks from the beach. Those are standalone. Both Wanaki and Pewaukee are standalone homes, but you have a clubhouse and the amenities, and you get your lawn taken care of, your plant beds, your snow removal. But they're technically not condominiums. You buy a lot, and then we build a home that you'd like there. And then we also have Waukesha and Muskego that are selling well, and there's a few left in both of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are there any developments where there's a combination of of condominiums and then standalones?
Yes, Waukesha.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's a nice one because we've got the land spread there. It's a location you wouldn't even know is there.
Yeah. And you can jump right on the bypass real
Exactly.
quick, and then you got everything you need.
We
minutes.
connected Tenney Avenue to the bypass.
Right.
So some people don't even know we're there yet.
Yeah.
Because you kind of sit down below. There's a Meijer and a Walgreens on Sunset, and then when you crest, all of a sudden, oh my, here it is. Yeah.
And that's just like a few. You could walk to downtown Waukesha from
That's what
there,
I'm saying.
which
It's
has
minutes from
everything.
anywhere.
Yeah.
Go
All
up
the
Friday
services.
night, just walk over to all the live music and have a drink. And
it's really convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we like that one.
Awesome. Well, John is with us all this hour. Get your calls and texts in. Siding Unlimited Talk and Text line is 855-616-1620. Ask about the lifestyle. Ask about the specific homes. They have a lot of different series of homes that they have going on as well. We'll get to all of that when we come back. It is the Fix It Show. It is WTMJ.
While you rest on the weekends, we work for you. Wisconsin's Weekend Morning News with Libby Collins. The latest in news.
It's unclear if the process for offering people those type of buyouts is being properly followed.
Entertainment.
When you win a little statuette, it's a big point of pride.
And more.
I was under the impression that everybody loves Buc-ee's. Not so much.
Every Sunday morning starting at 8 on WTMJ.
Hey,
Hey, it's Jason Wilde for Excel Custom Decks. I at least like to think I'm an expert when it comes to football, but I know Excel are truly experts when it comes to the art of deck building. With the finest materials and products combined with their superior craftsmanship, they'll deliver exceptional quality and value on everything from backyard decks to pergolas and outdoor kitchens. If you can dream it, Rob and his family can build it. Family-owned Excel Custom Decks delivers decking excellence by design. Visit excelcustomdecks.com to learn more.
If you're a woman looking to take control of your financial future, you are not alone. Women are leading the way in business and managing household finances, but challenges still exist. That's why Annex Wealth Management presents the Women in Wealth series every third Thursday. It'll empower you with knowledge and resources to succeed. Join us for collaborative discussions, community building, and learn about key areas of financial planning. Women in Wealth events are free every third Thursday. Sign up at annexwealth.com/events and bring a friend.
This change has leveled us up while being able to maintain the same quality of service that we've always provided, with no upfront fees and 1.9% real estate commission. We're proud to be part of the Century 21 family, so you can move fearlessly with the added confidence of top-of-the-line marketing for maximum home exposure. And that means more eyeballs and the real potential for the highest price for your home. This is Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty, benefit-realty.com, where you pay less for full service. Each office is independently owned and operated. First off, our 1.9% commission structure helps get their foot in the door, and that's why agents like working here. But what they really like is having the strongest marketing tools available, with the resources to help them sell homes at the highest prices to satisfy their clients. Century 21 Benefit Realty offers what agents like most, and that's to help them be successful. If you really want to believe in the business model that you're representing, give me a call. I'm Angela Calais with Century 21 Benefit Realty. Call me, and let's talk about your future. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Get ready to fiesta with Margarita Week at Blue Bat Kitchen and Tequileria, February 17th to 22nd. Sip on their loaded Blue Bat Margarita. Plus, buy any 2 handhelds and get a free firecracker chicken bow. Happy hour runs Monday to Friday, 2 to 6 p.m., and daily specials include $3 margaritas and free chips and salsa. Wrap it all up on National Margarita Day, Saturday, February 22nd, with live music and more. Visit Blue Bat Kitchen and Tequileria in Milwaukee's 3rd Ward for the ultimate margarita celebration. Get all the info at bluebatkitchen.com.
For over a century, local broadcasting has evolved with the needs of the community. We move past the stigmas of opinion journalism and bring the most relevant news online, on air, and on the go. You have trusted us with your news, sports, weather, and entertainment. Trust us to keep moving with you. Text radio to 52886 and tell Congress local broadcasting is here to stay.
Get her done. It's the Fix-It Show on WTMJ.
Talking homes. Good pull, Isaac. Isaac's in our producer studio. If you call in to 855-616-1620, he will answer the phone and get you connected to us. I'm Dayton Kane, David Nason, and John Weglin from Cornerstone Development on with us this hour. Get your calls and texts in. 855-616-1620. We do have a text. It says, I've been in my home for 30 years. How would I make a transition to one of these condos? So I guess talk us through the, like, how do I get in touch with you, process. And then what happens? Yeah, what's the process?
That's a good question because we do hear it a lot. Sometimes it's 40 years, right? But yet people want to downsize. They want that maintenance on the exterior taken care of. So then that's the premise. Mm-hmm. And we coach and we work with people through this. So let's say someone is thinking that, and maybe they want to move next year. It's still a good time to look now because we will have homes that will be ready in a year. Right?
Sure. Yeah.
It gives them time to declutter, to set their home up for sale. It also gives them time to plan what they want. The beauty of new construction, you guys know, they're going to get it the way they want.
Right.
It's whatever flooring they like, the counters.
Pick the lot they might want.
And pick the location.
Yeah, location, what their views are going to be, and how close or maybe how far away they want to be from the pickleball courts or something.
Exactly.
Somebody might want to be right next door, and somebody might not want to.
I mean, we rarely have them right next door to a home.
Or close.
But we have a really nice couple that we love the action. Mm-hmm. We love to see people.
Sure.
And frankly, it's maybe 5 months a year where people would actually play.
Right.
But nonetheless, you get to kind of choose what you want and where. and also the interior. And you can also work within your budget then, right? Because we can finish a lower level, as you've seen.
Mm-hmm.
Dave's been out many times to our homes. He's inspected them, and he's great. But if you're on a tighter budget, that's fine too. That doesn't matter. You're going to get it the way you want.
Sure.
And also, when you buy new, you get to meet people because everybody's kind of in the same boat, right?
Sure.
When you have a clubhouse, you got a place that encourages it if you want to. As many as, like you said, 30, 40 years. This text, 30 years. Well, they know their neighbors. Well, you can get to do that pretty quickly in our places, too. So it's comfortable that way.
And I know you stay somewhat involved in the developments for a little while. Do you know, does any of them have like a party committee or something where they set up events where everybody can come together?
Absolutely. In fact, that's what we start. Okay. Right? Every time we grand open, and one's coming up here in Grafton, we grand open a clubhouse, we have a luau.
Okay.
Right? And gather all the people that will be living there, people that are living there, people that are thinking about living there. And we also kick in a social committee with a communications committee because that is the key. Mm-hmm. And then there becomes a finance committee and a building and grounds committee. So people can get involved, but it's not, on the onus of one or two to help manage it. And eventually a property manager gets involved. But the social committee is first and foremost.
Key for the community, right?
It really is. Because you want the comfort. You want people to be welcomed. You want the comfort zone for folks.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That's interesting because I live in my neighborhood and I know the two people out next to me and the two people across the street from me and nobody else.
Yeah.
Nobody else. Maybe I need to be the committee on my block and invite people to my house and get to know everybody. But that makes sense to get the community together to really get to know each other and have fun. So.
And folks may want the privacy. They don't have to, but at least give the option. And some of our folks they head down to Florida or wherever, somewhere south in the winter. Well, they know that their friends and their neighbors are watching their places.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Oh, that's nice too.
Yeah. Or if they go up north to their cottage, hey, they don't have to hustle back on Sunday to mow the lawn. Right? That's taken care of. Come back and you got flexibility, and again, your place is being watched.
All right, we're going to take another break. When we get back, more of your calls and texts. The Siding Unlimited talk and text line is 855-616-1620. CornerstoneDevelopment.com is the website. Check it out while we run these, and we'll be right back on WTMJ.
I'm Zach Emmons with Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Are you seeking an experienced, award-winning contractor who provides unmatched plaster and stucco services? As part of the 6th generation of our family-owned company, we have served the area for over 90 years, handling all types of stucco, interior, and ornamental plaster work, from small repairs and remodels to large residential projects. Creative Construction staff have the skills to deliver quality results. Featuring NARI certified professionals, our craftsmen match all plaster and stucco textures, adding custom touches as needed. Call 414-397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com for competitive pricing and a personalized approach. Creative Construction of Wisconsin. Cutting-edge stucco and plaster techniques with homegrown family values. Call 397-4072 or visit callcreativeconstruction.com.
How would you like to own a jewelry store?
Kessler's Diamonds is an employee-owned company.
And Kessler's is growing. Are you the kind of person we're looking for?
Does it make you happy to make other people happy?
Are you a problem solver?
Would you like to wake up every morning knowing that you're going to help a lot of people find joy today?
Kessler's Diamonds is people, serving people.
Keep in mind that Kessler's is owned by its employees. So let me ask you this. Are you a good enough leader that you can be an owner who leads other owners?
Don't worry, you don't have to know about diamonds. We can teach you about diamonds. But the people we're looking for aren't looking for a job.
Did someone pop into your head just now?
Do you think you might know who we're looking for?
Give that person a call.
Send them an email.
Tell them to walk into Kessler's Diamonds and say to the person who greets them,
I think I want to work here.
Welcome to Kessler's.
A fantastic place to buy jewelry and a wonderful place to work.
For the store nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
I don't have to tell you that a lot of dust and other junk collects in your ductwork. And it doesn't just sit there. It's blowing around in your home. And that jeopardizes your home health. The commercial industrial duct cleaning system we use at Quality darn near sucked the shirt right off our tech the first time he used it. Believe me, Not everybody has this powerful of a system. It's unlike any other. At Quality, you get the best duct cleaning, period. So call Quality first for your duct cleaning needs.
For the signature service you deserve.
Whether it's 24/7 emergency service or it's just time to replace your furnace, at Quality we'll be out so fast you won't even notice the heat being off. And if you're buying a high-efficiency furnace from Armstrong or Carrier, you'll qualify for state and federal tax rebates that'll pay for a big chunk of the cost. This is Anthony Zanevsky from Quality, where you'll get the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality for the signature service you deserve.
Call Quality, heating, cooling, plumbing, and electric.
Advice you can use. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
She's 90, just letting it all hang out. She's a brick.
Brick House playing. Dayton Kane, David Nason here, along with John Whalen from Cornerstone Development. Did I say it right that time?
Yeah.
Whalen? All right, sorry. I was saying it wrong the last time. Okay, we do have another text here on the Siding Unlimited talking text line at 855-616-1620.
Yes, texter text. With new Cornerstone homes, are buyers able to choose any finishes and any appliances they desire, or must they choose from among a few specific options that you offer?
Oh, no. Okay, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Yes, we have so much. In fact, we built a design studio. Dave, I didn't know if you knew that. It's in downtown Sussex.
Yeah.
And people can come. And what's great there, they can choose what they want, but also they're not running all around town. The only thing we can't really accommodate are putting all the appliances in they can choose. So we usually just recommend that they work with a good local retailer, and there's some really good ones to do that. Because most people want to see, touch, and feel at least the fridge, maybe see the range.
Yeah.
So that you got to go out and do, but that's not a big deal.
So if somebody wanted like a large double door Sub-Zero,
yeah,
you could get that. You could accommodate that in the kitchen plan.
Yes, right.
I mean, those are pretty big.
They are. So the key is when they go to get their appliances, we got to get the specs back from that retailer so we know what we're building around.
Right.
And it's doable.
Sure.
Right. We just got to make sure we get good info.
Good info and at the early enough.
Exactly.
So that you're working it into a plan.
That's right.
That it doesn't this is gonna be a problem.
But if somebody wants, with us, you're going to get granite or quartz as a counter. Choose which one you want.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to go pick out your slab of granite if you want to, but you don't have to. So I think the point is the flexibility is there so that people, some may like carpeting. A big thing right now is the LVP, right? For some reason they call it luxury.
Yeah.
It's luxury vinyl planking, right? Or luxury vinyl tiles, LVT, which really looks sharp.
It's nice. That's what I have in my house.
Why not?
So durable.
It's durable, and you swear it's wood when you look down.
Let me ask this question. It's very durable. I know that because I have 2 dogs that run across it all the time. Are pets allowed in these?
Absolutely.
They are. Okay.
There are 3 breeds of dogs that we don't allow, though.
Okay.
And it's generally accepted. I mean, Rottweilers, because their vision goes early and they're very powerful. American Chow, which is overly loyal, based on what experts say. So walking in a neighborhood, can be a bit risky. And then the Pit Bull, which is generally a sweetheart of a dog, but has the ability to go aggressive, and with bad trainers can go that way. So those are the 3 that are not allowed. But otherwise, yeah, you're good.
Okay.
Sure. Cats, dogs, birds.
Yeah. Any exotic animals? Whatever's legal, right?
Exactly.
There are putting a tiger in a cage in the back? No.
There are some things that are not legal that you shouldn't be bringing in.
Like the ostrich you have at your house?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Well, we have an emu.
Yeah.
So are there, we talk pets, but are there other restrictions? Like, I'm assuming you have an HOA and a board that kind of keeps track. Like, I can't park a trailer out front for 2 weeks or things like that. So the neighborhoods look nice. They're well kept.
Exactly, Dayton. And there's full disclosure on those. I mean, there just has to be.
Yeah.
We have a whole summary of here's the things. And when you read the rules and regulations, they're meant to protect value.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, you can't put a satellite dish, although they're not very popular anymore, but you can't put a satellite dish on the top of your home. That's just something, it'll kill value, right?
Can it put a clothesline in the backyard?
No. There you go. I grew up with one.
Sure,
but
we all did.
Yeah. It's just those types of things.
I have a neighbor about 4 houses down from me that has 3 broken down vehicles sitting in his driveway, flat tires, never move.
Nope.
That's not happening there. And you know what? Every day I drive by and it frustrates you. It doesn't hurt my house at all, but it's like, God, is that legal?
What about
Is that legal?
a lettered vehicle, like a business vehicle?
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as it moves and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, it's not just sitting there all the time.
That's right. The one that's famous for, at least for in our neighborhood, we have an over-under on when these people are going to take their Christmas stuff down. And it's generally April 15th.
Really?
For goodness sake, which is just ridiculous, right?
Yeah,
Come
that's
on.
funny.
Taking them down, what is it, 5-10 minutes generally? Unless it's,
Generally.
and these guys, what they put up is not much. But it's still obnoxious come April.
Here's what I say. If you don't want to get out there and take them down because it's cold, at least unplug them.
Yeah.
So they're not coming on every night, and
point.
you're like, "Hey, it's Valentine's Day, not Christmas."
Sure.
Unless you just have all red lights, then that fits.
Yeah.
All right. CornerstoneDevelopment.com is the website. When we get back, we're going to talk about the different floor plans. Like, how are we choosing things? Like, what options are there when it comes to that? Right now, we go to the WTMJ Breaking News Center with Sean Brinda. Good morning, Sean.
Thanks, Dayton. A 25-year-old is in the hospital after a shooting took place Saturday morning on Milwaukee's west side. The incident happened at around 1:30 a.m. near the corner of St. Paul Avenue and 27th Street. The circumstance as to what led up to the shooting is still under investigation. Milwaukee police are searching for suspects. And residents in Shawano County could pay an additional fee for vehicle registration starting next week. Our partners at NBC 26 report the so-called wheel tax could provide $750,000 for roadwork projects. If approved, Shawano County would be joining 13 other counties in Wisconsin that have a vehicle registration tax. The county board will vote on whether or not to implement the tax next week. And the final day of sturgeon spearing season is taking place this weekend. The Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources reports that since February 20th, more than 20,752 spearers have been successful out on the ice of the Lake Winnebago system. So far this season, 50 sturgeons that have been caught this year have weighed more than 100 pounds. The final day for spearing sturgeon in Wisconsin is on Sunday, February 23rd. Take a look at your roads with your WTMJ Johnson Sons paving time saver traffic. We have a couple of incidents on the road. We have a disabled vehicle on the exit to 76th Street from I-41, 43, 894 West. And then we have on I-94 West at the ramp from 70th Street on the right shoulder. A vehicle is blocking the shoulder due to that issue right now. Other than that, traffic is looking good across Milwaukee at this time.
I'm Brett Matschke, and you're due for service.
Rich Lawns Tire and Service Centers. 5 locations and all easy to find. Visit richlawns.com when you're due for service.
All right, take a look at your WTMJ 5-day forecast. Saturday's going to be partly mostly sunny with a high of 30 degrees. Tonight, get some increasing cloud coverage with a low of 20 degrees. Sunday's looking mostly cloudy but mild. A slight chance of overall rain and snow mix with a high of 36 degrees. Monday, mostly cloudy and mild with a slight chance of rain and a high of 43 degrees. Tuesday, a chance of some wintry mix early in the day. It'll be partly cloudy with a high of 44 degrees. And on Wednesday, we'll get a chance of some rain snow mix again. And it'll be mostly cloudy with a high of 44 degrees. Right now in Madison, it's 15 degrees. In Green Bay, it's 18 degrees. In Waukesha, it's 14 degrees. And in Milwaukee, it's 17 degrees. I'm Sean Brinda, Outdoor Living Unlimited. WTMJ News Time is 8:32.
Ready to upgrade your home's exterior? Family owned and operated since 1983, J&J Contractors specializes in top quality windows, doors, and siding that enhance your home while increasing its value and energy efficiency. From modern vinyl siding to stylish fiberglass doors, and from double hung windows to sliding glass doors, they have the perfect solutions for your home. Contact them today for a free consultation. Just search online J&J Contractors or call 414-423-9200. J&J Contractors, welcome home.
Just like most cars and trucks can't run without oil, no person can function without food. That's why through March 1st, the Auto Dealers of Metro Milwaukee is contributing $1 from every oil change to Feeding America, Eastern Wisconsin. Every dollar provides 3 healthy meals. Over the past 14 years, Adam has provided more than 2.6 million meals to people in southeast Wisconsin. And now the need is greater than ever. Find a participating Adam dealer near you at adamm.com.
Okay, listeners, tell me you are snow blowing your driveway and shoveling your sidewalk, right? Why not leave that to somebody else? If you lived in a brand new Cornerstone development community, you let somebody else handle those duties. That's right. Buy a brand new home in the Grove and River Hills. the Glen at Stonewall Farms in Grafton, the Glen at Standing Stone in Waukesha, or the Glen at Wenatchee in Menominee Falls, and they take care of the maintenance. All locations are built with your selections of finishes. Downsizing? No problem. There's a clubhouse for when you temporarily need to upsize. Check out cornerstonedevelopment.com and leave the outside maintenance to Cornerstone. Take a virtual tour and see for yourself at cornerstonedevelopment.com.
For people with disabilities, an opportunity can make all the difference. Get help navigating the transition into adulthood, employment, housing, healthcare, and more with Thinkability Wisconsin, a resource hub that empowers people with disabilities.
So this job makes me feel very confident. My goal is always to grow myself and learn new things.
Live life to the fullest. It all starts when you say yes. Contact a Thinkability Navigator to get help at thinkabilitywi.org.
Advice you can use. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Thank you for listening to hour number 2. Don't forget, you can find the Fix It Show podcast on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. David Nason and Dayton Kane and John from Cornerstone Development. I'm just going to skip the last name altogether. How's that sound?
Right?
That's okay. We put two Johns in all of our
We're on a
homes,
first-name basis here.
Yes, right. So let's talk a little bit about what these look like, because when we talk condos, we're not talking the skyscrapers you go down to in Florida and you rent a 2-bedroom room that's 30 floors up. That's not what this is.
Nope.
That's not what this is. What kind of floor plans are we looking at, and are there options that we can upgrade or do differently?
Absolutely. For the first thing that's really common, and people will tell you, real open, airy, and bright, a lot of windows. Particularly, our big feature is a sunroom. We love sunrooms.
They're awesome.
Now, you don't have to have one. We have the flexibility. We could add a sunroom, you can add a den, you can add both, you could leave them both off, just go with big windows. And that's just in the attached product that we have, right? Then you get to the lower level, and okay, Dayton's gonna maybe want a party room down there,
of course,
and a movie room, right? But Dave, he's gonna want an office. That's fine.
I'll make me the one that works all the time. Dayton's having all the fun.
That's right. But you want a guest room too, because Dave's gonna have
don't want any guests over. Nope.
But you can customize and
sure
do what you're looking to for your space.
Right. Exactly.
If you get involved in the planning stages.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Well, and even if people come a little bit later in the game and they want us to finish the lower level, if it works into everyone's schedule, we can do that.
Yeah. So you got lower levels, and some of them are exposed.
That's right.
So you have a walkout or just windows or something. Are they all ranches, one floor?
They are.
All, so you're starting out as everything's on one floor.
Yeah, and that's, the laundry on the main level, real accessible, right? Big open kitchen, island, and serving out to a great room. You find in our floor plans not a lot of hallway or what I would call wasted space, right? That's not really usable.
Sure.
The flow is real friendly and open and again airy.
Yeah. And what do you call that when the bedrooms are separated?
Split ranch.
Split ranch. So the primary one is on one side, and then the guest rooms are on the rooms are on the other side.
Exactly.
Is there an age that we need to worry about? No. So this isn't a senior living community. These are for anybody that wants to move.
Oh, we get, in fact, Dayton, 30% of our buyers are single again.
Huh?
I mean, unfortunately, maybe a divorce situation, widower. When you're by yourself to take care of a single family home, it's a load, even with a partner there. With you doing it all your own, that's a ton. So, but everyone's welcome. And if we get young executives, they go to Mitchell Field on Monday, they come back on Friday. It sure is nice to have stuff taken care of, so you truly have free time on the weekends. Yeah, we've never age restricted. Nope.
I just think about it snows, right? This just happened. Snows. I'm busy. I'm here. I'm there. And all the time I'm thinking, I got to get outside and snowblow. When am I going to get this done? And by the time I get it done, I've driven over it 10 times. It's all packed down. I can't get it off. Like to have somebody just come in that day and it's gone.
Yeah.
Be like,
you got it done.
Beautiful.
And then the city comes and plows you.
Plows you back in.
Well, not only that, this one was where there was a couple days where we got a little bit more, and then we got a little bit more, a little bit more,
and then it froze.
Yeah, so it's like, do you go back out and shovel that half inch that we just got, or blow it off? And so now You're not having to worry about that.
It's really nice to have the services. It is.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have a question here on the text line. It's not about your condo specifically, but there's a question, and I wonder if we can answer. It says, I'm curious, I have a condo built in 2003. We moved in 2021, and none of the floors squeaked. 3 years later, all the floorboards are squeaking. What would cause this? You have any idea what? Well, just expansion and contraction over time is
that, or maybe this owner is they're living in the place differently, and by that I mean as far as temperature and humidity levels, different than the previous one, and now so the change in there, things have dried out, and generally what's happening with squeaking floors, if it's not glued down, if the subfloor is not glued down and screwed down, if it was just nailed and maybe glued, and then eventually things have just kind of let go, and now that what's squeaking is the nails in and out of the joists.
So is there a solve underneath? If
there
you
are,
have an
there are
exposed...
products.
If it's accessible,
Yeah,
I guess you could either way. But yeah.
If it's accessible from underneath, you can do that. If it's carpeting on the main floor, there are products where you can you find the floor joist and you can screw through the carpeting, and then the head of the screw snaps off. So it's just holding the subfloor into the joist. So there are products that can, but you can't go through a hardwood floor or a LVP floor or tile floor with that. You really need to to turn the music up in your house,
and the only other
louder music, just like in your car.
Yeah.
My car's making noise. Turn up the radio.
Turn up the radio.
That's right. The only other thing that potentially, I mean, gut check this, Dave, if they brought in extremely heavy stuff, or let's say they changed out and put a real heavy granite on an island, that can impact the flooring a bit too.
You could stress it a little bit.
Environmental conditions, to your point, if it's a little drier or not.
Okay. So I have a question that kind of brought up in my mind then. So you have some side-by-sides or four plexes. What's going on in the wall between those units?
Oh, it would be the death of us if we had people hearing who's next door.
Right.
Right.
I've lived in that townhouse where I could hear everything happening in the other bedroom.
No
you
way.
don't want that.
No way.
Just saying.
We start with an air gap. That's the key.
Yeah.
You've got, because sound will travel. If you put board together, you tap one, you're going to hear it all the way through, right? So air gap. And so our wall ends up being about 12 inches wide, because not only is it air gap, and then we got the OSB, but we'll put a new wool, which is a sound insulation on a common wall, and then of course insulation, and then drywall, and we take rooms, and they're strategically done so that it's like room to room where you might have something loud or something going on. So there's a lot of thought that goes through it, and we just don't get that complaint.
These are nice places. You've inspected quite a few of them, right?
Definitely. Very, very happy to. I think every property should be inspected, and when you're purchasing it, obviously. But when I do get one from a Cornerstone condo, I was like, oh, this is going to be a little easier, because I'm probably not going to find anything wrong.
Yeah.
But that would reflect on what Cornerstone's done. The potential is for because we've talked about all the maintenance and everything on the outside, the owner still has ability to make changes, do some of their own things on the inside.
That's right.
And so that's where we might find something that might need to be corrected or repaired or something in an inspection.
Right.
All right.
And we love it when you come in, because
Thank you, John.
Hey, he knows what he's doing.
CornerstoneDevelopment.com. Can people see a unit today?
Absolutely. 12 to 4, not only today, but Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 12 to 4. And if you go online, if they need directions, it's all right there.
Okay.
But open houses. And we'll meet people for specific appointments if they can't make it today. Just call us.
Check it out, cornerstonedevelopment.com. We're going to take a break. Siding Unlimited talk and text line 855-616-1620. Get your questions in for John.
Hi, folks. This is Hank Albert, owner of BBC Lighting. At BBC, we sell all the top brands of lights and ceiling fans, such as Visual Comfort, Tech, Schoenbeck Crystal, and hundreds more. We get every brand, and our prices are the lowest. I guarantee it. In our award-winning showroom, you'll also find factory closeouts with lights and fans priced well below their original cost. If it's lampshades or repairs you need, we do all that too. There's something for everyone at BBC, including fun for the kids and our famous free popcorn. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, Saturday, 10 to 4, and located at 20th and St. Paul Avenue, across from Sobelman's, near the Potawatomi Casino. Stay safe and healthy, my friends.
If you're trying to find really good, high-end, distinctive furniture, the kind they just don't make anymore, then come to Design Exchange. But you better get here quickly, because the best furniture we take in on consignment doesn't usually last long. It may be vintage, it may have once been out of your range, but now you'll find it's priced right. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor at a value.
Design Exchange.
In Heartland, you're going to find a focus on distinctive furniture, unique antiques, and original artwork, along with tasteful home decor that can fit almost any budget. In Pewaukee, the focus is on kitchen, outdoor, and garden decor, and all of it is priced at 25 to 40% off retail. This is Katie with Design Exchange, where discerning buyers with discriminating tastes come to find premium home decor on consignment at a value.
Design Exchange.
We've seen that sleep apnea bully stop breathing more than 100 times an hour. But this problem is solvable, and Advent has simple solutions that have been proven to be extremely effective.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
This is Tom Feza. When I need information about siding, I call Scott Klein, owner of J&B Construction, provider of high-quality exterior home improvement products and services since 1958.
I'm Scott Klein. If you're tired of painting or your siding is beyond repair, it may be time to look at the advantages of a new siding system. Additional insulation, along with Tyvek's weatherization system, can significantly improve your home's energy efficiency while protecting it from water and air infiltration. We offer a variety of siding products, all installed by J&B's certified employees, which will provide decades of performance and beauty.
For a complimentary siding evaluation, call Scott at 262-437-0537 or visit jnbconstruction.com.
Your home can be more maintenance-free when you rely on J&B.
We can't help fix your relationship, but we can help with that leak. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
Going to be busy around town today. You've got the Milwaukee Auto Show at the Baird Center, the Milwaukee Comic-Con at the State Fair Park, Mama Tried Motorcycle Show at the Rave Eagles Club.
I got
Lots
my costume
to do.
right here. I'm going after
Yeah,
the
at the
show.
Comic-Con?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? I'm going as Mr. Fix-It.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
John Whalen from Cornerstone Development on with us this hour. 855-616-1620 is the Siding Unlimited talk and text line. We do have one that says, what is the average price of your condos?
They vary around town, but I would say to do it right, 500. We can maybe get a little lower, but 500 to, and in fact, we can hit 450 at one location in Waukesha that we have, which is really sharp, up to about 800.
Okay,
and then then options from there can make it vary, and obviously size, etc.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
sure.
How much land?
Your gold-plated faucets are going to add a little bit.
A little,
yeah,
not much.
Right.
Jacuzzi tub? Can I put that in if I want?
If you want,
really?
You got it. Yeah.
I don't
when
want
you say jacuzzi, you mean the whirlpool tub or a hot tub?
Sure, both.
Okay.
I need one
They're
inside,
different.
one outside.
They're different.
Can I put a hot tub outside?
We've done that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So these are customizable. You need to get in and meet with a consultant. Is that what happens? How does that process again?
We have options coordinators that are really fun, and they make it easy. They're thought provoking, and they collaborate.
Sure, because they've seen people go through the process already,
yes.
right? So they know some of the questions that come up.
They
and if
do.
you're not asking the question, they'll be like, have you thought about this? Because we get this question a lot.
They coach, but never dictate.
Right, exactly.
No way. Yeah.
Exactly. Perfect. All right. Another question says, do you have any plans to develop a community in the Heartland-Delafield area?
Well, my reaction there would be two. We do have something I'm very excited about coming in, and I think I can say it live. It's coming to the Broadlands.
Oh.
Now, that's south of Delafield, but not far.
Yeah.
And be right. The Broadlands is North Prairie,
Oh, okay.
Between the 10th and 11th holes, right in there.
Oh,
really excited about that. And the thing I would ask them to take a look at would be Pewaukee. I mean, because I live just south of Heartland, and I can get to Pewaukee in 6 minutes because it's right off of 16, and right by the beach. Just right there. And you got the walk. If you like walkability, oh my gosh, walkability to the beach, Artist 179, all the coffee shops, right, the great bakery, all that stuff is just right there in Pewaukee.
That Pewaukee one, you can go east and into town,
right there,
or you can head west. Is that Ryan Street?
Yep,
to get up on the 16.
You're there in about 45 seconds.
Yeah, right.
That's how I go home.
Excellent.
All right. Great questions. We do need to take one more break. It is the Fix It Show. Check them out at cornerstonedevelopment.com. Thanks for listening to WTMJ.
Wisconsin winters are unpredictable.
This is history. Never had a tornado touchdown in February.
We keep you updated on blizzards.
Winter storm warning has been issued for all of southeast Wisconsin, and it's going to get really, really dicey.
Blackouts.
Tens of thousands of customers across southeast Wisconsin are without power this morning.
Icy roads.
Very, very slick conditions pretty much everywhere.
And more. With WTMJ Fleet Farm Storm Team alerts on air and at WTMJ.com.
If you're living with joint pain in your shoulders, hips, elbows, and knees, and you have Medicare or Medicaid insurance, coming to Rejuvenex to solve your pain problems is something you should strongly consider. First off, because our FDA-approved pain treatments have been shown in many cases to be highly effective at reducing inflammation and substantially alleviating pain. Secondly, Medicare and Medicaid cover Rejuvenex treatments, so your cost could be nothing, or next to nothing at all. Chronic pain will only worsen with age. This leads to a far more compromised lifestyle, depression, and soon they start talking surgery. And then what? You have to get in front of arthritis and chronic pain, because the sooner you do, by letting us begin to calm those pain points, the better. I'm Rejuvenex founder Richard Salinas, and we can alleviate your pain so you can rejuvenate your life. Go to rejuvenex.com to request your free pain evaluation.
Is outdoor living limited at your place? Well, imagine a deck, a patio, pergola, fire pit, maybe even an outdoor kitchen in your yard. Outdoor Living Unlimited is a local, family-owned company that consults, designs, and builds these things. They're the best. Let them make outdoor living unlimited in your yard like they did in ours. We are Wisconsin. We live outdoors as much as possible. Make the most of it with help from Outdoor Living Unlimited. See OutdoorLivingUnlimited.com.
Finding the special healthcare resources families need just got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder Children's Resource Network helps kids with delays, disabilities, special healthcare needs, and mental health conditions. Call toll-free 877-947-2929. Ask questions, get answers. Connect today toll-free 877-947-2929. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Department of Health Services.
I'm attorney David Gruber. We've helped injured Wisconsinites for more than 30 years. Trust our hometown team to get you back in the game. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
James Imaging Systems, local support, local accountability, local business technology representatives. Listen to Matheson Manufacturing President Al Leidinger.
She still checks in to see how things are going and if we need anything, so I really do appreciate that from a customer service standpoint.
Michael Quizon, IT Systems Administrator at Great Midwest Bank, discovered the benefits of working with the local team at James.
Our costs from supplies perspective went down. I mean, we're talking about thousands in a year. So we saved a lot of money by bringing James Imaging on.
James Imaging Systems client Luther Gray, Director of Ticket Operations and Group Sales with the Milwaukee Symphony Orchestra, on dealing with James.
They are making sure you get the full value and life of every product that you have with them.
Local support, local accountability, local people. Get it all with James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
WTMJ, W277CV, and WKTI HD2 Milwaukee from the Annex Wealth Management Studios. This is News Radio WTMJ, a Good Karma brand station. One's a certified home inspector. The other's just certifiable. It's the Fix It Show on WTMJ.
You would miss me if I weren't here, though.
2 weeks you were gone.
Yeah, and you survived.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Siding
of course.
Limited
It's not
and
the same
J&B
without
Construction sponsor us every week. We thank them, and this hour Cornerstone Development on with us, and we've been talking about their luxury. How do you phrase it? Luxury
split ranch style condominium and single family homes.
So you say luxury. Let's talk about how you're building these. Then, what makes them luxury? What kind of products are we putting on these when we're building them?
Yeah, you can make choices to step over $1 to pick up a dime. That's what I like to say, or to do it right. So hardy plank, right? Cementitious board, cement board going on the outside. We get it factory painted, so it's double dipped at the factory. Then we touch up the ends as we install it, and you've seen it, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's got a 15-year paint warranty, right? That's just one example of what we do on the outside, and our guys do a fabulous job with it. That's the start. It's just all of that, the insulation, spraying the sills, right? I heard the question earlier last hour.
Foam insulation.
Yeah, spraying the sills and that. Duration on the 30-year dimensional shingles up top. The windows are at River Hills. They're Marvin fiberglass.
Okay.
Just tremendous stuff. And we also use a Thermatech, which is not a huge company, but you wouldn't think of them necessarily. But they're in Minnesota, and they do a really nice job. They have very few areas where there'll be any penetration. Each window has to have something because it gets installed. But these guys are great. They do a great job. We've had nothing but great luck with them.
Good.
These guys, do they have decks on these?
Yeah,
Some
depending.
have decks,
Yeah, depending. Sometimes it's a patio, and that's great because some people like to have the exposure, right, to the point earlier, and some don't. We don't. Our trades, most of them have been around with us for about 20 years. Our framers are craftsmen.
Yeah,
They started with couple guys, three people with us. Now they have 8 crews, and they truly are craftsmen.
Yeah.
They just and we use Quello. I'm a huge fan of Quello concrete. They come and pour our foundation. They GPS shoot it so that point to point to point, you're building on something that is spot on.
They're the only foundation contractor around here that puts a plaque on the wall when they're done with their name, their phone number, and the number of the foundation that yours.
You can call them in 20 years and they'll be able to reference it.
I got this one. Yes.
Yep.
So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Best
That's
one
really neat.
Whenever I see that plaque, I was like, oh, okay, yeah. Good job.
They're just so good.
Nice.
And so when you start with those, if you've got great foundation and then the framing goes well, guess what else happens, right? You bring in Suburban Drywall. Love those guys. It's just
a thought.
Screw pops? We don't have screw pops.
Thought occurred to me when you said patio and everything. We have a partner coming on the show here in a week or two, Comfort Awnings.
Okay.
They do the big awnings.
Yeah.
Could somebody put one of those on the outside?
Yes, although the only thing we would say, and we have allowed them, the color scheme has to be right.
Sure.
So it's not some gaudy thing that just
Not putting a
pops
Packer flag on.
Well, wait a minute. That might be tasteful.
Yeah. But,
All right.
but that would be allowed to put something like that over your patio.
We have about a minute and a half left. Tell people where you are located and how to get in touch.
Very good. First of all, go to cornerstonedevelopment.com because you can work your way around. Generally, people want to live close to where they are now. So you might be down in the Muskego area. That would be one you'd want to check out, right at Muskego Lakes, right at the entrance. But maybe you're in Waukesha. We have one there. Maybe you're Pewaukee, like we just referenced, right by the beach. How about Wanaki, across from the golf course on Lisbon? That's Menominee Falls, southwestern Menominee Falls. You can go up to River Hills, the brand new one where it's really great, cool standalone condominiums, or up to Grafton, where we're on the west side of Grafton. Great walkability. In a beautiful setting, in with some new construction of single families. So we've got kind of this half concentric circle around suburban Milwaukee, and the way you find out is to go to the website. That's the easiest way.
Sure,
yeah,
sure. Yeah. And it sounds like you guys look for locations that are convenient to other things that are of value.
And you know what, Dayton? Walkability. That is a huge feature that people look for. Where can I walk from here? Yep.
All right. Well, it's always good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
Even better that you brought a crawler.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Gotta take care of my guys.
One.
I like it.
No, I'm kidding.
I love coming on the show. You
If
guys
I would
are
have
awesome.
known he was going to be like this, I would have split it in half. I didn't realize how valuable the crawler was. But
they're good. That's a classic. But
yeah,
no, that was
nice.
good. Thank you very much.
Well, you
You're
guys
welcome.
are doing good stuff, and I've been
you.
through several of the properties, and it's beautiful. I mean, it's just a beautiful community to go through, and so keep doing it.
Thanks.
Keep making Wisconsin better.
Yes,
that's it's our company's core purpose is positively impact the lives of those around us. Period. Every day. Period.
And you're doing it.
Well, I hope so.
Thanks, John.
Trying.
Good job.
Thanks.
See you next week?
Yes, sir.
All right. Coming in next, Rose Gray and the Fox World Travel Show.
This has been the Fix-It Show on WTMJ, presented by J&B Construction and Siding Unlimited. Advice and opinions expressed during the program are solely that of the hosts or guests, and not WTMJ Radio or Good Karma Brands Milwaukee, LLC.
With the ability to market luxury homes on a higher scale than ever before, Central